back to my channel and welcome to the first episode of the Market Mindset Podcast. Now, if you've been seeing us go on the air, off the air, notification after notification, after notification, I want to apologize for that. We're just working out the kinks so that every time we do hop on, it's just one time and everything goes smoothly from the very beginning. So thanks for bearing with us on that. But yeah, guys, if you're here, I want to thank you again for watching tonight's live stream on this wonderful Saturday night. I'm glad you could be here. I'm going to be talking about the big news coming out of San Antonio. Home prices see the second biggest drop in the country. Is this a collapse or is this an opportunity? We're going to be analyzing that today and talking about a few points that are just important to highlight. So, hey, if you want to know if this is a good time to buy or sell your home, show your real estate agent or your financial advisor this video and you guys could decide that for yourselves and also tell them I sent you. All right, so what we're gonna do is read through this article together so we're all on the same page, and then we're gonna just analyze it like I said. But before we do, I'm gonna be sending out a couple of links to some friends and family, and this will also give us some time to allow a couple more people to enter today's stream. But while I'm sending these links out, this weather in San Antonio, the weather talk, right? This weather has been crazy. It's going to be 101 degrees on Tuesday. We're not even in June. Okay. Let's get these links out here. You guys too, share this stream. We can have this conversation together about this potential crash or opportunity here. So let's give it a couple more minutes while I get these out. All right, just a few more seconds. We're just working out a couple details so we don't have to click off live again, but believe we are all good to go. Everybody's in here. All right, now let's get into the reason why we're all here, right? Let's talk about these price drops here. So let's go ahead and start reading the article. You can find this article in the description box in the replay. You can also find it on my website, dickersonrealestategroup.com. It'll be on the homepage under the blog section where I post the latest real estate content all in one place. Excuse me. So you don't have to worry about finding it. I find all of the latest information on the market for you and post it there. So let's get into it. San Antonio Metro's home prices, the second biggest drop in US in 2024. Things could be looking up for house hunters after pandemic market boom. Home prices across the nation's largest metros continue to see a jump. 5% year over year in 205 out of 221 metros, according to a report from the National Association of Realtors. That same report of home prices in San Antonio are bucking the national trend with a year-over-year decrease. Now, the report says that the San Antonio, New Braunfels metro area saw median prices drop 4.6% from the same time last year. That's a drop from the highest median home price of $334,100 to $305,800 in March 2024. San Antonio has the second largest decrease in home prices behind the Cumberland, Maryland decrease of 15.1%. The price drop doesn't mean home prices are dipping, though, as closings jumped 50% in San Antonio from January to March this year. It could, however, signal that San Antonio's housing inventory is reaching healthy levels after the pandemic housing craze. The average number of days on the market increased by 7% to 79 days, suggesting a slightly longer selling period for properties compared to March 2023, said Will Curtis, San Antonio Board of Realtors 2024 chair of the board, in a March news release. The months of inventory remained balanced at 4.4%, providing a healthy market environment for buyers and sellers alike. Still, the current median home sale price of $305,800 is higher than the 2021 pandemic era median price of $291,200, according to NAR data. All right, now let's unpack all of that. I know that there were a couple of points that stood out to me as something that we should be considering when it comes to really analyzing the San Antonio real estate market and where to go from there. So, all right, so let's talk about the very first point here. Scroll down. This first highlight here in yellow, that's a drop. So we're talking about the drop in median home prices, 4.6%. It's a drop from the highest median home sale price of $334,000 to $305,800 in March 2024. Now, earlier this year, I sold a home to a couple from California. They were the sweetest couple, I love them, for $305,000, which is right around what the new median home price is of $305,800. And again, this was earlier this year, around January, February. Now, they were coming in from out of state. They're from LA. And in LA, and even, New York, East Coast, West Coast, Florida, the income tends to match the cost of living. And we know in those East and West Coast states, that tends to be relatively high. And moving to San Antonio, where the cost of living would be considered relatively low, their dollar gets them a lot forward. Their dollar gets them a lot more. So again, they got pre-approved for around $375,000, and they did use their benefits, and they were able to get a really great concession from the buyer, and they ended up closing at around 305,000. So again, that is. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Some quick technical difficulties here. All right. Thank you guys for bearing with me today. So yeah, that just gets them. Their dollar goes a lot farther here in San Antonio, where prices are, as you can see, dropping to today. So in red, it could signal that the San Antonio housing inventory is reaching healthy levels after the pandemic housing craze. Now, if you remember during the pandemic, prices were being driven up specifically because of demand from home buyers and long-term investors like my clients coming in from places like California, New York. I've helped clients from Boston where they are typically making a relatively higher income, you know, keeping those work from home jobs, moving over to somewhere like San Antonio where one would consider the cost of living relatively low. And just imagine that, but at a rate of 150 people per day. As a matter of fact, San Antonio was the third most moved to in 2020 through 2021. So, again, that was peak pandemic season. So, because of that, again, home prices were driven upwards. And also because of inflation from the stimulus checks that we got, the economy being shut down, the low supply chain because people were either sick or non-essential businesses, and materials were just a lot more scarce and harder to get. Now, the great news is that the market has started to stabilize as we come back to work, you know, just as we settle into this new real estate market. So, again, we are seeing a lot more stabilization. Again, here continuing, the months of inventory remain balanced at 4.4%, providing a healthy market environment for buyers and sellers alike. So just like I was saying, you know, the market became a lot more stabilized, which is great. You know, the San Antonio market is very unique in that sense, is that just like we're seeing here when prices are going up, ours are dropping. So now let's talk about another point here that I wanted to mention. Let's talk about these green points. So the San Antonio has had the second largest decrease in home prices behind the Cumberland, Maryland decrease of 15.1%. The price drop doesn't mean home sales are dipping, as closings jumped 50% here in San Antonio from February to March of this year. Now, this personally, it makes me feel very optimistic because of the opportunities that are potentially out there for buyers and sellers. Now, the roughly $30,000 price drop for buyers and long-term investors could be used for things like upgrades, you know, closing costs, and even another property. And if you're a seller, then what we're going to be entering into because of the heavy demand with these lower prices is a potential multiple offer situation. Now, when there's so much competition for a home and you have so many offers that you're receiving as a seller, that could lead to room for you to raise your asking price. Again, because what happens when there's a lot of demand, you have that room to raise the price and potentially put yourself in a position to make more money for the sale of your home. So again, there are so many opportunities out there that definitely, makes me feel very optimistic. That's why I love San Antonio, and I love to say that I'm born and raised here because San Antonio is different. It's a really great city. It's a really great city in terms of, you know, price drops and balancing itself out because people are moving to San Antonio every single day. And I love our job market, real estate market, schools. Glad to be born here, raised here, but let's get back to it. Leave me a comment below if you're born and raised in San Antonio and what you like about it, or if you'd move here if you're relocating. But let's talk about here some of these red points again. So it could, however, signal that San Antonio's housing inventory is reaching healthy levels after the pandemic housing craze. The months of inventory remained balanced at 4.4%, providing a healthy market environment for buyers and sellers alike. So there are so many opportunities right now if you're a buyer or if you're looking to sell your home. And like I said, if you want to really be sure of and informed of what those opportunities are, get with your financial advisor or real estate agent. They're going to be the ones who are really focused and have that intimate knowledge of the market and what that looks like. So again, get with your local agent or your financial advisor. Or if you're looking for an agent to help you buy or sell your property here, y'all reach out to me. I'm that agent who's aggressive in finding you that perfect deal if you're looking to buy or, sell your home at the best price. Again, what you want is a multiple offer situation. You want, well, I wouldn't say what you want, but again, speak with your agent. But, who doesn't like, multiple offers, right? High demand. So, yeah, you guys, if you like this video, go ahead and click like, share this video. What I want to start doing is having all of us go live, at least once a week. We're going to start going live every Saturday and just talking about topics that you guys want to see and updates that we see as people who are actually, in real estate, in the market every single day that would be important for you to know as the long-term investor, buyer, seller, tenant, landlord. And guys, if you're looking for more how-to content and more market-based content, just like what we talked about today, go check out my other YouTube channel, Dickerson Real Estate Group, where I'll be uploading videos on, again, my experiences working with landlords, renters, sellers that could potentially save y'all thousands in money and time. But if y'all learned something new, leave me a thumbs up. If you're excited, hey, we talked about, is this an opportunity or is this a crash? I'm going to go ahead and give us my verdict. I think this is definitely a really great opportunity. So if you're an investor and you don't like a lot of risk and volatility, now might be the best time to act since the market is stabilizing after the pandemic. So affordability right now is considered relatively high, and so is the inventory. So I'm going to say, if you're looking to get that next property, now could potentially be the best time to act. So again, I want to thank you guys for tuning into this live stream today. Leave me a comment with what you want to see, anything that you might have learned, and I'll see you in our next Market Mindset podcast. Thanks for watching episode 1.